I'm gonna try wind my own pickups today. I have no idea what I'm doing, but this also isn't my first time. My first time was just a couple days ago. I tried to wind a Telecaster neck pickup just as a primer to see if I could actually do it. Basically, it took me a whole spool of wire to figure out what I was doing. But let me just quickly grab it and show you what it is. This is it right here. This is the Telecaster neck pickup that I wound myself a couple days ago. It sounds pretty darn good. I still don't really know what exactly to listen out for, what makes a good pickup, what makes a bad pickup, but I mean, I guess the rule is if it sounds good, it sounds good. And I'll quickly insert a clip of what it sounds like here. But yeah, the goal today is to try wind a humbucker, which is I guess the next step up over a single coil. So what I have here is a humbucker kit from allegory.co.uk. Allegory, if you're watching, hit me up. I ordered it with the Alnico 5 magnet. I also ordered an extra Alnico 5, but this one's unoriented type of Alnico 5, and the main reason I got that in addition to that is because I know that is the one in the bare knuckle polymaths, and that's been a pickup set I've been very fond of and I've been wanting to try, but money. So I guess this is kind of the closest I can get to it. I mean, bar all the winding myself, I also have to learn to do, which, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hi, Dumpling. Right then, let's get assembling with this pickup kit. Just move this aside real quick. I have that taped down to stop it from rocking around. Also, this is totally the wrong kind of winder. This is a hand crank one, which is more meant for things like transformers. So just like under 1,000 turns. What I really should have gotten was like a motor powered one, which will help me get to like the 1,000 plus like more than a couple thousand turns for a pickup. But you know, mistakes have been made, and I am now living the consequences. This also introduces a whole bunch of human error, which causes more potential for wires to get snagged and things. I should also mention that I'm not going into this completely blind. Like, I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing in terms of what I need to do. It's like, I know how a humbucker works. So we have these two bobbins. These are called bobbins. So one bobbin is wound in one direction, and the other bobbin is wound in the other direction, and then combined with this magnet. So this magnet is actually polarized north to south like this, but when arranged like this, what you end up with is one of the bobbins has the north polarity and one of the bobbins has the south polarity, and combined with the opposite winds of the coils, you get noise canceling, or I guess, yeah, you get noise canceling without canceling out the guitar's signal, string noise, I guess. The signal picked up from the strings is concerned with two factors, which is the wind direction and the magnet polarity direction, I guess. That gets flipped twice by the opposite polarity and the opposite direction of the coils, whereas noise, electromagnetic noise, is only concerned by the coil direction. So what that means is that you get the guitar string noise, which is flipped twice. So it flips here, and then flipped again with the magnet, and then they come. So basically, it just ends up being the same. So there's no cancellation happening there. But then the noise is only flipped once, so the noise gets canceled out because negatives cancel with positives. So that's kind of a gist of how it works. This probably didn't make any sense at all. I hope future Ryan, while he's editing this video, didn't pass out from just the nonsense that I've been speaking. I'm not gonna put the screws in this just yet. I will save that for later because that might get in the way of me winding things. So there's that. Let me get my winder in place now. This is 44 gauge wire, which is about the thinnest wire that is most commonly found on pickups. So this makes it extremely difficult for me to actually wind it without it snapping. It's kind of like trying to learn piano by playing La Campanella. So if I can do this and have a working humbucker at the end of it, I guess I can play La Campanella on piano. Well, here goes. because this is really stupid for me to do. The initial spool of wire that I had was actually 42 gauge, which is the ideal, I guess, the thickest wire, so I guess the best, most suitable starting point, but I used all of it trying to wind a Telecaster pickup. So all I'm left with is the 44 gauge, which I don't know why I got, because I could have just got another spool of 42. Also, I should explain what this is. This is basically just a drill. The drill isn't, I'm not going to use the drill for its like spinning purposes. I'm just using it as a place to hang the copper coil. And then I have this spool of tape to just stop it from flying off while I'm winding. I've pretty much got everything in place now. It's just a matter of winding up the bobbins now. So, we got the counter going. It's at 0 at the moment. I'm gonna wind 1 now. So I'm gonna stick this has double-sided tape on it. Oh, I need masking tape. Right, so I've got some masking tape now. And what that allows me to do is I can basically tape down the start wire. But I need to just get some of that. So I've got that tape down, got my start wire. And I guess here goes nothing. Oh, baby powder. From watching CS Guitar's video on pickup winding, baby powder is supposed to help the copper wire. Oh, I've made a mess now. I'll have to clean that up later. It's supposed to help reduce the friction of the copper wire in the fingers, so that it slips through much easier and reduces the chance of it getting snagged. Right then, here we go. 5,000 turns. Also, one more thing I should mention is that an actual pickup winder, not just a thing that spins fast, will have an arm and it'll have these two little nubbins that actually guide the wire through, so that I don't have to like just estimate where to feed the wire. But I don't have that. Again, this is all just very cowboy job. Let's keep going. Oh, it broke. No! Oh, god damn it. I don't even know if you can see the break on camera because the wire is so thin. Oh, right then, let's get that off and try that again. You never realize how much wire is on one of these bobbins until you have to take it off. It's all part of the learning process. This is only my second attempt at building a pickup, so it's fine. Right, got all the copper wire off. Look how much it is. Oh, my camera's overexposed now. Okay, got the start wire down. Let's start this again. So I can't really stop, because once I stop, it introduces a chance for it to get snagged on the drill, because then the wire gets slack. So I just need to keep going until 5,000. 2,000, 3,000 to go. 5,000! I'm leaving it there. Oh, this coil is so uneven. That is one completed coil. Wow, it is so uneven. It's so fat on the top end. How that will affect the tone, I have no idea. Again, I'm completely new to this, so let's leave that to the side for now. On to winding the last coil. There's a bit more baby powder. Right. Got the start wire down, hopefully no troubles this time. And 5,000. 1, 2. There we go. 5,000 turns. This one's a bit more even compared to the first coil that I wound. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's a bit more evenly packed as opposed to the first one where it's mostly towards the top. Okay, that was much better than the first time when I tried to wind a pickup. Always improving, I guess. I've got my coils. All I need to do, pretty much, just hook these up to this 4-conductor wire. I don't know how I can see it. I've got 4-conductor wire here, so I can do coil splits and things. Or actually, before that, I need to finish assembling this bobbin first. Right, so I've got the lead wires hooked up to both of the coils, and I've got my multimeter here, and I'm just gonna do a quick test to make sure that we have, I guess, what you would expect from each of the coils, which should be roughly around 4 point something K or 5K. 4.3K on one coil, 4.3 as well. So good, we got about 4.3K on both coils. Let's hook this up. For the final step is just to wrap this up in tape. I've finally soldered everything together that took so long because these copper wires are so damn finicky. And reading the final DC resistance, we have 8.7 kilo ohms. The DC resistance is not the be all and end all and doesn't really tell you much about the humbucker anyways. I just gotta put this in the guitar now. And this is the guitar I'll be putting it in. As you can see, I've already taken the pickup out, and I'm just gonna put this in. Hello, Ryan from the future here. I'm just chiming in the edit to say that I did not wax pot the pickups in the video, and that's only because I wanted to test how the pickup sounded. I didn't really have any intention of using it live or anything like that. For those who don't know, wax potting is when you literally take the entire pickup and you submerge it into wax. And what that does is that it solidifies the whole pickup as one massive unit, and that prevents any loose parts from rattling and creating feedback, which can happen a lot in a live environment where everything is loud and everything's vibrating. It can create a lot of feedback, a unwaxed pickup. But because of how the pickup ultimately sounded, I am going to eventually wax pot the pickups. But I guess you'll hear how it sounds in the video later, so. I did not expect this to turn out the way that it did. Obviously, being new to the whole pickup winding thing, I was kind of, you know, I didn't set my expectations very high. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that I still have to learn. But for whatever reason, I really like the way it sounds. Like, honestly, I came into this with no expectations whatsoever. Maybe slightly expecting it to sound bad, but it sounds pretty darn good. I don't know if it's something to do with the unoriented Alnico 5. Again, I'm still very new to this, so I don't really know exactly what to listen out for and how to tell different characteristics apart. But I did put the unoriented Alnico 5 in here, and I have the original Alnico 5 just outside. And I might swap them in and out after the fact to see what kind of difference it might make. But because of that, again, I'm not entirely sure if it's because of that, it has a really distinct mid-range character to it, like a really strong, punchy mid-range. Like, I've just put some boost on right now. This is what it sounds like that really genty sound. I hate that word, but... It has that, and I don't really know what I did that led to that characteristic. From my own research, what I've gathered is that the more tightly packed the coil is, the less high end you get because of the higher capacitance. I don't think I was necessarily feeding the coil with that much tension. The high end is, you know, it's quite smooth. It's not harsh at all. I'm gonna put on a clean actually, just so you can hear what I mean. I'll have to do more research into this, and I'll have to look into being able to control all these different factors. There's so many different factors that goes into making a pickup that I'm not even aware of at the moment, let alone being able to control. So This is, I guess, the start of a whole new journey for me. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think of this pickup, and my overall technique and what I can improve on, and all of those different stuff. But yeah, I guess I'll just finish off with some, I don't know, Bocce the Rock. I am wearing the Bocce shirt after all, so. Bye. Well, here goes.